you're going to hold a Winter Olympics, hold them in an area that is genuinely cold and snowy in the wintertime. Global warming's real, climate change is real, and we didn't have an outright disaster in the alpine areas of Sochi, but there were a couple days when it was pounding rain, and if we had another 2 or 3 days like that, it would have been a disaster. So the Russians got very, very lucky here. I think another lesson, just on the organizational point of view, is that there were 25,000 volunteers here at Sochi. That was about 20,000 too many, as far as I could tell. The vast majority had nothing to do or menial jobs. I interviewed a lot of them. I wrote about it, and they were bored, and many of them weren't that helpful simply because they didn't know what to do. They didn't know where to go and how to be helpful as much as they wanted to be. So I think in future Olympics, cut it down, train them very well, make sure you got a big mix of people in there. Third lesson might be this. I'm wondering whether these Olympic Games are adding too many new sports. Every Olympics now is trying to add new events to sex it up, but I call them TV events. And these are events designed specifically for young people who are watching TV. Well, there's at least one event here I think didn't work, and that was the ski aerial. I don't even think that was an Olympic event, certainly a Winter Olympic event. These are largely gymnasts who train on trampolines. So at the Olympics, they strap on skis instead of gym shoes, and they jump off a cliff, basically. I don't think that's really in the Corinthian Olympic spirit. So I think you got to be careful when you're adding new sports at the Olympics, because it gets gimmicky. Maybe I'm too old, but I do like the traditional sports where you really, really got to work at it for years, maybe decades.